Quality Signs and Designs, 775-537-5575.
Today at the Nye County Local Emergency Planning Committee meeting, they had on their agenda an item regarding the popular Storm Area 51 event taking place September 20th. The event has around 2 million people pledged to see them aliens.
The things that have made people nervous is the extent of the response. They're saying up to 2 million people have responded in an affirmative fashion that they desire to do that. There's also been indicators of international attention. What things we're looking for, and we have representatives of the NNSS and the sheriff is on the line as well. We're looking at the perspective of even a slight surge in our population due to people coming to Nye and Lincoln counties could cause serious service disruptions. While it's anticipated that the majority of the issues would unfold in Lincoln County and not Nye County.
The meeting had Scott Lewis, who was the chairman of the Emergency Planning Committee, Patrick Lazenby, the secretary and treasurer, Rod Fernandez, the logistics officer, Sheriff Sharon Worley, and Captain David Barukowitz, who were there via call, and Rob Bollock, a guest speaker, who is the program manager for the Department of Energy and Environmental Management. Fire Chief Scott Lewis talks about the effects two events happening around the same time as the Area 51 raid, Burning Man, and possibly the Life is Beautiful Festival in Vegas, that'll have a significant increase in attendance for these events. He states that due to the Burning Man event, people might go from that to the Area 51 raid, causing possibly even more people than they anticipated. There was talk about how people have already reserved rooms for the event, specifically the West's Inn in Alamo, Nevada, which all their rooms are full for the day of the event, which is September 20th. Scott also speaks about people wishing to set up vendors and host events about the Area 51 raid, which he says is agendized for the August 20th Board of County Commissioners meeting.
I had a vendor telephone me last night and said he is selling more alien t-shirts that they've ever sold before, and he's receiving orders up to $50,000 and $60,000 for the shirts, and they're selling them. Can't keep up.
Scott talks about meeting with others to make preparation for the event.
The sheriff and county management and DEM, we met and we're working on a plan. We're going to be developing an IAP. That's an incident action plan. And so we're going to be working collectively with our mutual aid partners to ensure a preparedness for anything that may occur. We're working closely with our local representatives and fire departments and EMS so that they have an idea of what's going to potentially happen, how they're best going to cover it, where do we assume that most of the risks will occur. We're looking at certain areas such as the Amargosa Dunes, Lathrop Wells. There's an express and a large festival in the Crystal area. And then, of course, we're also going to be available to our mutual aid partners and NNSS should they need a response from any of us.
Even contacting Mercy Air so that they can have aircrafts ready and on standby. He states that the sheriff, Sharon Worley, is in contact with the other sheriffs in the impacted areas. A representative of the Nevada National Security Site, Sheriff Sharon Worley, and Captain David Barukowitz all had nothing to add. The guest speaker from the Department of Energy and Environmental Management spoke about how his people could assist first responders if they can be informed about their plans for the Area 51 raid.